Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of your coaching open house. Today I want to talk to you about what a coach does. What is a Beachbody coach and what do we do and how do we do it? So you're basically looking at it. I am in my car. I have what we call a day job. I'm a dental hygienist, and so it's my lunch hour, and I spend every lunch hour working on Beachbody because it's like my free time. I don't have my family with me, so I don't feel guilty spending this hour working, so that's nice. So as a Beachbody coach, basically the biggest thing that we do is we're a support system. We help people find a program, people who are looking to either lose weight, gain weight, get out of a unhealthy weight experience. Like some people have eating disorders or low self-esteem, who knows what. And our job as a coach is to help them decide what program will work best for them. We have hundreds of different workouts that they can choose from. So as a coach, we get to help them by asking them lots of questions, decide which program would fit their needs best, and then support them while they're on their journey to getting healthy. However that is, some people really do need to gain weight. I know it's not as many as people who need to lose weight, but when you need to gain weight, that's hard too. So there's programs that are specifically designed for that, or for people who have sports injuries and have to be careful what they do. Every different workout program that we have fits different lifestyles. So as a coach, that's what we do. I want to first kind of squander some of the biggest myths around coaching. So a lot of people tell me when they're talking to me about coaching, they say, I'm going to wait, I'm going to do my program, I'm going to do this 60 or 90 days, and then I'll sign up as a coach because I'll have a before and after transformation. And a lot of people think that they need to have that in order to coach. It's a very common misconception. All of our top coaches who have become very successful, myself included, the reason why we were successful, and it still are, is because we share our journey along the way. I became a coach just like 2 weeks after ordering my challenge pack. I fell in love with it, and I realized that since it was helping my life so much, that I wanted to help other people. And people watched me change. They saw my transformation physically, but they could tell emotionally, and they could tell underneath the skin and the physical transformation, I was making a transformation, and that made them want to join me because I shared it with them. Sometimes when you see somebody who's perfectly fit, who has like the best body ever, it's really hard to relate to them, and sometimes it almost seems impossible you say, I don't know if I could ever be that skinny or that fit. So you're not really drawn to that person. So to start at the beginning of your weight loss journey is actually going to help you out more than it's going to hurt you. So that's a common misconception. And I do want to say that when I started Beachbody, I started out with Chalene Extreme, and in all of her videos she does like a 3-minute warm-up before she gets into the workout. And on day 1, I couldn't even get through that 3-minute warm-up without taking a break and needing to breathe and be like I was just out of breath and just very much out of shape. And even though I couldn't make it even through the warm-up, I still posted about it daily and had people join me. So it's proof right there that you don't need to be fit and in shape to become a coach. Anybody can do this. You have to just want to help others. And that's the biggest thing, is you need the passion. So another misconception is that it's going to be easy. A lot of people join and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make tons of money and I'm going to be a millionaire in a year and quit my job and etc. They just think it's going to be this easy thing. And it's not. Coaching is fun. It is so much fun. If it were not fun, I would not be doing this, because that is what carries me through the hard days. What makes it hard is a lot of what we do lands on trust. People need to trust you, and you need to build a relationship before somebody's going to trust you. So it takes time. You have to be patient. You have to work every day and be consistent at it. You can't skip a day or work 20 minutes every day and expect to be successful. You need to put in legitimate hours. You need to work it like a business. What I like to tell people is think about, what would you do if you went out and you bought a Starbucks or a McDonald's or one of those franchises? What would you do to get your business started? Would you check in every day and call and be like, for about 10 or 15 minutes and be like, hey, you guys doing good? Okay, cool, bye, and walk away? You would have to be there every single day. You would have to be training employees, making sure everything, the costs are covered. You know, there is so much that goes into building a business and advertising, etc. And Beachbody is no different. When you sign up as a coach, you're buying your business, and in order for it to be successful, you have to put time and energy into it. The good part about this is you have your upline coach. So if you join our team, you'll have myself and everybody else that I work with, which include a lot of top coaches. We are going to be training you, and we're here for you to ask us questions constantly. We have weekly meetings. Every Monday night is our team call. And sometimes I have a specific topic to talk about, and other times I leave it open for questions, and everybody just shoots off the questions that they have, and we work through them and the struggles that they're having, and we work through them and help them with it. So that's the nice part about this, is we're here to help you. You just actually have to do the work. So some people, you know, they don't want to, and that's fine, but their business is not going to grow. Another misconception that people have about coaching is that you need to be a nutritionist or a physical therapist or a doctor. You know, how are we okay with offering advice if we are not an expert in that field? That is one that I struggled with when I first started being a dental hygienist and working with doctors. I was like, you know, how am I supposed to tell people how to get healthy if this isn't my career? And that's not what we do. You know, we're not here to diagnose anything. I refer people to doctors all the time. If somebody comes to me and says, my diabetes is out of control, how do I get it in control? You better believe I don't answer that question. I am not a nurse. I say, you need to call your doctor and talk to them, and I guarantee they're going to tell you to eat healthy and work out. And when they tell you that, come back to me and I'll help you find a good program to fit your physical needs, and I'll get you in a support group to help you along the journey, because there are so many people out there that are going through the same thing that can offer their advice, and I'm going to connect you to those people and be there for you and support you along the way. So we're here as supporters and coaches to kind of guide you to where you need to be. Kind of like, I look at it like, I used to be a deacon at our church, and as a deacon, I was in charge, I guess you could say in charge, of a whole bunch of families. I had a list of like 30 families in our church, and I would call them every other month or so and see how they were doing. And if they had any problems, if they needed help with anything, they knew that they could come to me. I was not a counselor. I was not going to help them with their problem, but I was going to show them who could. I knew who in our church was connected in what ways. If they should talk to the pastor, I would say, you know, I think you really need to see the pastor. If they needed to see, and if they needed AA classes, you know, I could get them in that direction. And that was what I was there for. I was like a funnel for them to go through to find where they need to be. And sometimes it's scary to talk to your pastor about stuff, so then they would bring it up to me and I could help them find the right place. I was not, by any means, I was not a counselor, not at all, and I never claimed to be, but I did know what we had to offer them as a church and as a community, and I was able to connect them with the right people that they needed. And being a Beachbody coach is very similar. So when somebody comes to you and says, you know, I have this hurt knee, or I need to tone up my abs, or I need to gain weight, or I would like to gain muscle, or I love cardio, I just want all the cardio and I have an hour a day, what is the best cardio workout? You know, you're going to be there to guide them and show them the way, and help them through it. so that they have to do the work. You're not going to be diagnosing them with anything, but you're going to show them the way. So how do you, the next question, I guess, is what do we do as coaches every day? So every day, our company sets these goals for us, and we have a to-do list, and it's called the 3 Vital Behaviors. And if you are able to do the 3 vital behaviors every single day, then you will succeed as a coach. And how much you want to do them determines how much you succeed. So the 3 vital behaviors, the first one is invite, invite, invite. You need to invite your friends and your family and every person that you meet, basically, to join you on a fitness journey and see if it's something that they would like to do with you. Share your story with them, how it's changed your life, and invite them to see if they'd like to join with you. You need to be inviting people every single day. There are so many times when I first started coaching that I was afraid to invite, so I didn't do it very often. And when I finally did start doing it, people would say, oh, I didn't know you were a coach. If you would have invited me, I would have joined you, but I already joined so-and-so. But thanks for the offer. And I realized real quick, if I was not inviting, people did not know that that's what I was doing. I honestly have never had anybody be bluntly mean or rude to me. There's maybe been one person, and I don't even remember what they said, but I know I blocked one person once because they were rude. But otherwise, everybody is very nice. Even when they say no, they're usually like, wow, I'm so happy that you're doing so well. It's not going to work for me at this time, but keep me in mind for next time. I really appreciate the offer. So that's our first vital behavior, and it's very important. Our second vital behavior is be a product of the product. And again, that does not mean that you have to have a before and after. What that means is that you need to be sharing your story. So every time you do something that is like a victory or that you're proud of, you need to share it on your social media outlets. So if you're on Facebook, you want to share it on Facebook. If you're on Instagram or Twitter or MyFitnessPal, share your story and how Beachbody has changed your life and how you want to help others do the same. And by sharing your story, you're letting people know this has worked for me. I love it. See if it works for you too. So that's our second vital behavior, and it's super important. One thing I do teach my coaches, though, is to not overload your Facebook page. One thing a day, no advertising, sharing only. So don't say, come join my team, order here and post your link. That's terrible. We don't want to be salespeople. We want to say, non-scale victory. I stopped taking my antidepressant medications today. That's a huge step for me. Thanks to my community of support in Beachbody, I'm able to do that. That's a story, and that's something that people will relate to. They're like, wow, I want to do that too. And by sharing that, you're going to gain their trust and build a relationship with them. So being a product of the product means sharing your story, but not in a salesy way. And the third vital behavior to do every day is personal development. And this is my favorite one, and one that often gets overlooked as well, unfortunately. But it shows. The people who do not choose to do this vital behavior do not succeed. And it's flat and simple. You need to do personal development every day in order to succeed. So personal development comes in many forms. You can read books. You can listen to podcasts. You can go to live events. Like I was just in Nashville with my team. And that was a whole weekend of personal development. Beachbody offers a whole online back office of training and videos to watch to help you learn their products and learn how to talk to people and become a really good coach. So doing personal development every day is basically growing your brain. You need to grow your brain and grow your knowledge base so that you're able to help and reach the most amount of people. So I listen to personal development in my car. Every time I'm driving somewhere, I'm listening to a podcast or a book on tape or one of Beachbody's trainings. And I read a book every night before I go to bed. I read a couple of pages and then I fall asleep, but I get a couple of pages in. And I go to as many live events as I can. And that is my personal development. I do probably about an hour a day, but starting out, we always say 10 to 15 minutes a day is all you need. So as a new coach, 10 to 15 minutes a day is going to make a huge difference. So that is how we work as coaches. We do this around our schedules. I wake up early some days and work out, and then I work my business on my lunch hour, and I work my business after Cecilia goes to bed, our daughter. And I get about 3 or 4 hours on each day, and that is how I've been able to grow my business. It's truly rewarding to be able to do it outside of your family life and to build your schedule around your life. It's amazing. So if something's going on at, next week Thursday, and I know I'm not going to have a lot of time to work my business that day, I'll do a little bit of extra work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that Thursday I can have off. And it's great to be able to flex my work schedule around my life. That's really cool. So what I want you to do as your assignment today is comment below this video with the one biggest reason why you don't think that you could do Beachbody coaching, and let us know what your biggest, either your fear or your biggest, I guess you could say your biggest objection. What's the biggest thing holding you back? And I would love to talk to you about those particular things. Hope you guys are having a good day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.